Hello and welcome back to BeamNg Drive. I'm davidinark and today we are back on the massive mega jump here in BeamNg. This is something that I created, I don't know, some time ago, and I got back into the grid map and thought, saw it sitting there and I thought, man, we haven't done this in a while. So I put on the indestructible mod. So theoretically, this vehicle is indestructible as it rolls down and hurtles itself toward the bottom of the mega jump. Oh, well, so much for being indestructible. Evidently, that doesn't apply to crazy high speed, nearly vertical downhill romps here on the grid map. I don't know what else to call it, but this is crazy. I've also changed up the jump at the end here, so I've given it a little bit of a curve. I'm still trying to figure out the map editor. Oh, look at that. So as you can see, the vehicle still bounces around. It's got most of the indestructible part of it, but yeah, definitely not indestructible. That's awesome. Alright, so here we go. I've turned off the indestructible, or essentially I've not turned it on. I just want to see what happens if we take, whoops, the Vivace Hill Climb Edition. Vivace, I don't know. And everybody tells me how to say it, and I can never remember, so it's one of the hazards of getting old. Oh, did we get our tire back under the car? I think we did, actually. That was kind of weird. As we just continue to pirouette down the mega jump here in BeamNg. I really do need to figure out how to take this, clean it up a little bit. There's a couple of things I'd like to do to make it a little more playable, for lack of a better description. But then figure out how do I make this a mod that you guys can actually download without it affecting your actual grid map. I'll have to, I don't remember all of the steps for it, and I'm sure it's changed since they've come out with several new versions since I first added this to my own map. But I'll figure it out. I'll get with high def maybe, and we'll talk about how to export this and change it, and then that way you guys can play with this as well. But in the meantime, as we take the very long journey down this mega jump, the mega ramp, we are slowly approaching the final jump off here at the bottom, spinning wildly out of control. Come on, just, man, I was hoping it would at least kind of straighten itself out, but there it is. Oh, man, we were just so out of control that really, that last hit there at the end just kind of slowed us down. All right, how about the American T-Series here? I'm gonna drive this bad boy down the hill. One of the things I absolutely love about just putting this in the game is just how insane this whole idea is, not to mention how fast. Look at there. It's funny, we were going about 50 so miles an hour, and then as soon as the engine blew, boom, the speed just picks up. Look at that, over 350 miles an hour. Come on, 370, 80, 390. We're gonna hit 400 miles an hour. Look at that. Oh my gosh, 425, 430. We are just absolutely hoofing down. Here we go. I don't think we're going to hit 450. Nope, not going to hit 450 before slamming into the launch zone and really getting launched all the way across the grid map. Oh, and slamming into the wall. Oh, that was awesome. Oh my gosh, that was fantastic. I love this game. Alright, so I've added the airspeed indicator. You can see that there on the in the lower right corner, but kind of on the left side. And the advantage of the airspeed indicator is that that is more along the lines of how fast you're actually going, because a lot of times what happens is the speedometer for the wheels, it's based on, you know, how fast your wheels are going. And so sometimes, especially when you start get spinning around or that kind of thing, it's not actually telling you how fast the vehicle itself is going. Now, in this particular case, they are really close together. We're going 370 miles an hour in a dragster roamer heading downhill as we absolutely just, holy cow, we got to the bottom fast. Oh, well, we broke physics, so there is that. We broke physics so badly that, as you can see now, the speedometer says that we are going negative infinity. Yeah, that's how fast we're going. Negative infinity, according to the speedometer. But you see the airspeed indicator showing that, whoops, we blew our engine at roughly 250 miles an hour. We are just hurling down the slope, going to see just how far we can send ourselves once we get to the bottom. 360 miles an hour. Keep on trucking, man. I love how calm, for lack of a better description, the roamer is. I mean, it's just, you know, it's going 373 miles an hour and it's just cruising along like, you know, hey, not a problem. All right, so I'm going to slow things down a little bit just because, you know, that tends to help physics. We'll find out here. Look at this. This is 16 times slow-mo and just, bottoming out, hitting that ramp. There's probably a better transition for that. I may play around with that a little bit and see if I can't get that to be something of a smoother transition. But then again, it's BeamNg, man. We're all about destroying vehicles, hurtling down a slope at 350 miles an hour. Because, like I said, you know, it's BeamNg. What are you going to do? I know what we're going to do. We're going to jump in an ambulance. One of my favorite D-Series vehicles. D-Series? H-Series, sorry. One of my favorite H-Series vehicle. Oh, there we go. How about the external camera? And yikes, that is doing some weird graphic glitches. What the heck? Okay, now that external doesn't work for this because what's happening is you are actually going so fast, and this particular road is, you know, nearly straight down. The external camera has no idea what to do with that, so we'll just put it back in orbit, let it go 280 miles an hour in an ambulance. Hey, we are in a hurry here. Our goal, our mission is to get our patient down to the bottom of the hill as we rip the ambulance to shreds along the support wall there and slow things down again. I don't know what the physics is going to do when we finally hit this launch zone here. Oh, the vehicle just slamming into that, but it's actually doing pretty good. Hey, look, the patient is still in the ambulance. Pretty sure the G-forces killed him, but hey, our job is to get him delivered. And look at that. He is delivered. Sure. Hey, how about a pigeon? Because, you know, we've been doing all right with 3 and what was that? Man, let's see. That ambulance actually had what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, what, maybe 8 tires, 8 wheels, 8 tires, 8 wheels. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're doing it with 3 because 3 is a great number. I don't know what I'm talking about. Does it matter? No. What matters is that we are in a box pigeon hurtling down at 235 miles an hour. It's interesting that the vehicle itself isn't going any faster than that. I mean, granted, okay, we're going 230 miles an hour in a pigeon, which is ridiculous in itself, but still, it feels like we should be going faster. So I don't know if the engine is doing something to help with that. I'm very impressed, for lack of a better word, that the engine hadn't actually blown. Of course, we are mostly coasting. And as we approach the bottom here, let's see what happens to a pigeon going 220 miles an hour hitting a ramp at the bottom of this hill. Oh, man. Oh, off the side, tumbling, rolling, crashing into the ground. Actually doing a pretty decent job of staying somewhat together. Okay, how about the SBR800E, or whatever this thing is called, the electric version of the SBR line of vehicles. Definitely one of the fastest vehicles, at least on a horizontal road. Let's see what happens when we send this bad boy down the, the mega ramp here in BeamNg. 300 and, oh man, about 380. There we go. Keep going. Come on. 390. Ah, man, I keep hitting the side. Oh, that doesn't look good. Excuse me. Oh, man. Well, we were up to about 380. However, we've lost a lot of speed, momentum, you name it, as we come spinning down. Oh, hitting that leap sideways. That is not pretty, but man, that is cool. Oh, there goes a wheel bouncing along. Man, just screaming off of the map. Oh my gosh. Oh, and here comes a busted rim. Well, we would be remiss if we did not include the JTO Hero bus here in BeamNg Drive. Let's get some of the rocket power going. I think we should ramp this bad boy up for a while, and then I say maybe we turn off the rockets for a little bit. Look at that, 440 miles an hour. And then as we get closer to the bottom, then we can turn the rockets back on. Just see how fast we can go. Look at this. 500 miles an hour. We lost the Cape. 538, 39. Look at that. Oh my gosh. 539 miles an hour, and just absolutely pancaking the tin can, and slamming into the track here on the grid map. Oh man. Alright, this time we're getting close to the bottom. I'm going to freeze the physics, and I'm going to move the camera over to the side here, and let's get a look from the side view of what happens when we just, oh my gosh, man. Just absolutely pancake that bus as it hurtles through the air, rolling, tumbling, pancaked, all the banding going on. Oh yeah, we're breaking the game. Alright, so I thought we would end things by jumping in a Piccolina, and rather than just throwing the Piccolina down the ramp, I thought we would go ahead and turn on invincibility. That's right. This vehicle cannot be destroyed. At least, theoretically, anyway, as it spins out of control, pretty much still down the middle of the ramp, which is impressive. Oh, touching the edge there to get a little spin. Come on. Oh no, we managed to not quite hit that edge. I'm trying to do some steering or anything. Hey, there we go. Anything that might help the vehicle stay relatively straight. So much for that. Okay, well, once again, we are, come on, invincible. Come on, man. Alright, well, I guess we could go backwards for a while. It's actually doing a pretty good job of maintaining the vehicle shape and what have you. We saw at the beginning of the video where you know, things actually were getting broken with that vehicle, and this one, everything seems to be doing... Whoops! Okay, that was kind of a crazy little twist and turn, and unfortunately broke the physics of the game. I will say that is one of the problems with this invincibility mod, is that it does tend to break game physics, because the game knows that there are supposed to be pieces and parts flying, and you know, there's supposed to be deformation, and basically, you know, it's supposed to react to physics. And when the game is being forced to not do those things, it kind of wigs out. The game doesn't know what to do, so the only thing it knows to do is to just cause a instability in the physics and send us back to our starting point. So we'll try this again. I think what I'll do is, when we get down close to the bottom, I'll slow down the camera speed. For some reason, when you put things into slow motion, that tends to let the computer process the physics better. I don't know. And I'm not even sure that's really what's happening, but in any case, generally speaking, when you put the game into slow motion when you're having physics problems, that can fix a lot of those problems, because like I said, I believe it's because the game is at slow motion able to process all of the stuff that's happening as we hit. Come on, slow things down. Oh, man, did you see how crazy that was? All just bumping and jiggling, and that was very, very cool. Well, anyhow, there you go, the MegaRamp here in BeamNg. Hope you enjoyed that. Got any questions, problems, suggestions, horror stories? Feel free to leave those down in the comments section below. Special thanks to GamerGull, Hero of God, and LosWilko for supporting me on Patreon. You can check that out, patreon.com/davidinark. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate that so much. Hey, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate it so much. We'll see you next time on BeamNg Drive. Have a great day.